So yesterday I watched Scream 6. What was really cool about this one is we actually saw it at a fan screening at an Alamo Drafthouse. And after the movie, we got these really cool posters. Woo! Dude, that's awesome. Look at that. As soon as I got that, I went to the store and I got it framed the same night. That's great. A really enjoyable film. The opening kill to this movie was something I was wondering what they were going to do with this swing. Because, if y'all know, the opening kill sets the mood for the whole Scream movie. But what they did with the opening kill in this movie really, really threw me off. In a good way. I really love the opening kill of this movie because you think it's going one way and then it throws you a curveball. We had a good audience reaction, to be honest. I'm not big on audience reactions because sometimes if there's dialogue and people start clapping and it kind of throws you, it takes you out of the movie a little bit. But for this movie, the clapping was warranted very much. There was a lot of clapping, a lot of cheering, and to be honest, I was in it. I was clapping myself. The opening kill in this movie was so good. But then after the opening kill, that's where the movie kind of went a little bit down for me. To be honest, the whole thing of it being based in New York, and it's New York, new rules, is what the tagline was. And to be honest, the rules are kind of like the rules in any other Scream movie. The fact that it was based in New York, I wish they would have done a lot more with it being in New York. Because other than the bodega scene, the subway scene, which we see both of those scenes in the trailer, other than that, it's in rooms, it's in buildings, it's in very enclosed encounters, which could have happened anywhere, to be honest with you. The fact that it was set in New York, maybe if they had a scene in Times Square or something, someplace real iconic to New York. Even in Jason Takes Manhattan, there was a scene in Times Square which lets you know this is in New York. Even though most of the movie was shot in Canada, but you get it. So yeah, other than like a crowded subway scene or the bodega, other than that, it's like it literally could have happened anywhere. I feel like it being in New York was just to either pay homage to Friday the 13th or just to have something different. Other than that small little nitpick, the kills in this movie were amazing. Very bloody, very gory. Some of the kills I felt were subdued a little bit. For example, the bodega scene, and this is little small spoilers, but not really. I mean, you've seen the bodega scene, you kind of know what happens more or less. What you see in the trailer is pretty much what happens in the movie. It's just extended a little bit. You know what happens in the bodega scene. He wrestles the shotgun away from the shopkeeper and he shoots the shopkeeper. In the trailer, you see his death, but it's kind of behind like a counter and it's very, it's out of the way. It's out of frame. In my head, I was thinking, in the theater, when I see it on the big screen, it's going to show Ghostface shooting the shop owner, but no, it's the same thing you see in the trailer. It's just off-camera killing. That one scene was a little bit disappointing to me. I wish they would have done a little bit more in that, but now we do have some legacy characters coming back for this one, or I guess one legacy character. We got Gale Weathers coming back for this one. We wanted Sydney in this movie, but that they weren't paying her what she wanted for this movie. So I completely understand her not wanting to be a part of it. And to be honest, I was a little saddened that she wasn't a part of this movie at all. She is mentioned, but, I was hoping for like a small little cameo or something, but it never happened. Either way, the plot of this movie doesn't hinder on Sydney being in it or not. The way they work the script in this movie still works. Even though Sydney's not a part of this movie, it doesn't hinder the movie in any way. What else do I want to talk about? As you know, Scream 6's plot revolves around the 4 characters from Scream 5. Tara, Sam, and Chad and Mindy, along with some newer characters for this movie. And right away, I would like to say that I did guess one of them right. And they were so adamant about this person not being a Ghostface that I can't say too much because it's very spoilery. They were pushing really hard for this person to be Ghostface. They were questioning this person really hard about being Ghostface. And they were denying it, but I knew, so I was happy with that one. And that's really all I can say. And by the way, Scream 6 is very Easter egg heavy, I would say. If you're gonna go into Scream 6 not knowing any of the other Scream movies, you're gonna be completely lost on what's going to happen. Which in its own way is a really cool thing, because as a Scream fan, growing up watching all the other ones and then watching a new Scream movie, just awesome. The suspense in this movie is something else. As I said, I watched this at a draft house, and if you don't know Alamo Draft House, it's a theater, but you can also eat at your seat. You can place an order. It's like a restaurant. You can place an order for your food and they'll bring it to you and you can eat while you watch the movie. And the suspense in this movie, I ordered a burger and it literally took me the whole movie to finish off that burger, because the suspense in this movie, I was borderline gonna choke on my food. The suspense, the kills, the interactions between characters, I was literally on edge the whole time. I will say my only problem with this movie, and it's a pretty big problem, once the killer, or if you know Scream killers, are revealed, their plan, I do not like it at all. I understand their motive of why they were doing this, but this movie was marketed as gonna be something completely out of the box different, but once the killers were revealed, it was just another Scream movie, to be honest. And I don't know, I guess I was just expecting a little bit more. And a small part of me was just hoping Stu was gonna be the killer, but I mean,
No.
there's a lot of theories on where Stu is, if he's dead, if he's not dead. No one's really said for sure, but Ghostface is really good in this one. Roger L. Jackson is fucking amazing, as always. Such an iconic voice, dude. They better not do Roger L. Jackson the way they did Nev Campbell. Pay that man. So if I were to rate Scream 6, I'd probably give it a solid 8 out of 10. Other than the killers revealed in their plots and me being slightly disappointed in some areas of this movie, some things I can't really discuss without going into spoilers. Overall, I had a really fun time with this movie. Got this really cool poster out of it. So this poster right here just makes up for all the plot inconveniences in the movie, because this is staying on the wall. This is awesome. So if y'all already seen Scream 6, what'd y'all think? Let me know down in the comments below. Catch you guys in the next video. See you later.